What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another brand new reaction. We've got Yves here today with her new release, Nail, that just came out a couple of days ago. So I'm excited to check this out. I'm pretty new to her work. I've seen a couple of things. Her viola music video, which was amazing. And then I just recently got introduced to her song Soap from, I think, last year. But that's awesome. It's been in my playlist a lot recently. So excited to check out what she's got for us now. Okay, cool intro. Love the lighting in this shot. Oh, the eye movement. All of the framing I really like in all these shots. And like the kind of echo on the instrumental is cool. She looks good. I like that. The vibe of this is so cool.
Yeah, we know we made it. Get your glass and raise it. We still celebrating.
It's like whispery pre-chorus. That tension. It's like super atmospheric. It's really cool. It, like all the sound like envelopes you. Interesting. This is a really cool music video. I really like all of the shots here. We're gonna have a lot to talk about. But yeah, this is a really different track from like what I typically listen to. And it's cool. The instrumental, like, there's a lot of like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like these clanging noises, like that makes it sound bad, but it's not. But just like that echo, that kind of like that reverberation with each beat that there is. Like I said, very atmospheric. Like it just like feels like it like fully surrounds you. You get very lost in it, kind of. It's very entrancing. And then like the whispery vocals and that pre-chorus, the high tones. It's just like it's got that little bit of like haunting edge to it. There's a word that I'm trying to think of, and it's not happening. So maybe it'll come to me later. But yeah, really interesting concept. Really cool instrumental and song itself. I like that she's like taking different directions. I know she's got a lot of credits in this album, so I love to see that for her, and that she's trying out new things and branching out into different styles than like the typical K-pop style, and I think it really works for her. So let's go through this again because, like I said, there's a lot of shots that I want to talk about. Yeah, like already, like from the beginning, like it's just such a cool intro. And it goes really well with the beats. And then coming down into this kind of like fish angle lens is very interesting. And like that focus on her eyes right away, because we've got like that blue contact, and then eventually we have that red one that comes in too. And then you've got the similar, that same blue in a circle over here. And like I said, I just really love the way that this shot is framed and lit. Like the diagonal shadow here, just like cutting through all of the horizontal and like square lines that we have throughout the rest of the shot. And then the layers of the background here, the shadow ending a little bit behind her, but still in front of the background, then her being in the middle, and then still having like that foreground of the man walking past her. Just a lot of layers throughout, and just really cool lines and angles, which we see a lot in this music video. And also, like the styling, like she looks fierce in this outfit. Love the shorts. But then like these like buttons or buckles or whatever for the straps, they have a very similar shape to what her contacts look like that kind of circle around the outside. So you see it a lot. I feel like they start to reflect blue later too. And see right there, like as her gaze shifts over, you just have that 1 second. 3 movements there, interesting. But a lot of these like blue and yellow lights, so it's like that city, nighttime city lights type of vibe with these coloring, these filters. And then it also, when you have these filters indoors in these dark rooms, it gives off a little bit more of a haunting vibe, whereas outside it just feels more like city lights. But interesting to see it like in the two environments, how it shifts the vibe. And like her movements throughout here have all been pretty slow. And that's why the framing of these shots is so interesting, because it allows her to like slow down through these movements without the music video getting stagnant or boring, because you have a lot of architectural interest. I mean, look at the way this is framed too. Again, like lots of those linear and square lines. There's our same lightings, this blue-green over here, and then that gold yellow. Throughout this side, you got the pillar in the middle being that dividing line between that corner, and then the white tablecloth as a runway down the middle with still like kind of lots of layers of people in between each side. But this runway down the middle just giving her that focus. And then that bodysuit is fierce too. And then this is just gorgeous, like the way this is mirrored on the floor surface here, but it like perfectly fits. And there's just something a little spooky about it. Like the dead tree, you know? And then, yeah, I mean, more of our dividing lines, just really framing the picture well as she comes through here and emphasizing lots of different layers. And see, here we go. There's now it's one eye that's colored and one that's not. I'm still in the show with the slow glow, dropping home the pressure, let go. But it's just like, is that continuous like haunting vibe, like that vibe that something feels off, something's wrong. Like by her slow movements while like everyone around her is just sitting at dinner or just walking across the streets. And then here, like she stood still in the middle while the choreo is all happening around her, and she's just looking into the camera. And it's like, what's going on here? There's something eerie about it. There we go. There's the word. There it is. But like just so much of the shots are just so interesting. Just like geometrically, like look at this, like all this grid pattern here, and then the free floating stairs are super interesting. They remind me of like aircraft tails. And then her silhouette moves through there. But each shot just creates so many layers. Love her hair here too. Just like the little waves like this, obviously I love. But just having like those strands in the front to frame her face. And then I think there's a bun back here. But yeah, now we got the red and blue half and half lighting, again, foreshadowing what's going to happen to her eyes. Like the vocals here, like she's so high, and it like it feels like her voice should be cracking here, and it's not. And then just the framing of the shot, again, just like that diagonal line that comes through here, just like we were talking about with that shot in the beginning with that same diagonal lighting. It just keeps like similar structures and similar framing throughout the whole video. And you've got the layering going on with the people like in front of her or behind her, or behind these railings, or right in front of them. And then here, this is interesting. As she raises her hand up to the cheek, then like this sunlight comes out of her. Yeah, like see here, like just depending on the lighting, like these buttons will kind of glow in that same blue color as her eyes. And it stands out a lot because it's against this pale outfit. See again those diagonal lines like through the shadows, just like creating similar framing throughout through so many different ways. And it just carries throughout the whole music video really well, but it keeps it so interesting visually. This shot of the choreo I love. Like you got these long shadows here, and then just like mostly emptiness throughout the rest of this shot, but the lighting kind of fades, just keeping some interest in the colors there. But they really stand out here in this formation too, with the bright white outfits. Yeah, just the layering of these shots, how it shifts your focus so much from all the different places. Like you've got movement going on in so many different places. You've got these like, I don't know what's flying back here, if these are like cable cars or if it's drones or something. You've got the bows moving too. Then you've got her in the car back here. But then suddenly she's up front here. But then with the spotlight, the focus shifts back there again. And then these two shots transition really well. Like the grid pattern of the windows through these buildings. Transitioning right into this shot with the grid pattern of this wall reflecting on the floor too. Just really cool lighting, like how it comes through the sheerness of the outfit and her shoes too. But like with so many silhouetted shots here, like having her clothes be a material that allows some light to come through, it makes those silhouettes a lot more interesting than if she was just like a plain flat black. It adds a lot more depth. Like here too, there's some light that's allowed to come through here. And then this red flickering light on her eye as she tilts her head, stares at you. Very interesting. Lose control. Yeah, we know we made it. Get your glass and raise it. And then like the tear running down the face, the swallow, like super, super eerie here. And now we're in this scene where we were earlier. Everyone was just eating dinner all normal till she started messing things up on this table. And now they're all like dead or passed out or whatever's going on. And it's like, what did she do? She's the evil main character. Oh, and these lights here, they actually like, in terms of the scenery, they remind me a lot of like those like drones or cable cars that we have going across in the city scenes. So that's another good transition. Again, with the layering here, the different versions of her throughout the shot. But this stare with the one like glass eye, crazy.
It's left and right. I got Yves by my side. It's left and right.
These shots are all great. Like as she comes through here, since the light is coming from the hallway, as she starts coming towards you, she gets darker and darker because you're in the dark. So again, very spooky. There's that red and that blue. And then this is a scene where we saw her earlier, but it was like that brighter blue, and now it's that eerie yellow. So that's interesting too. That change in the lighting. Change in lighting here too, that spooky golden yellow color. The look back, the stare, another casualty, the tilt of the head, there's that tear again, her standing victorious on the table, and then all of these colors in the background, these changing lights. That's interesting. Those are a lot of colors we haven't seen yet.
We like Yves by my side. Yeah, we do what we
Blood splattering. Wow. This got real dark. Ooh. And then that red, that deep red lip, same color as the blood. And that flickering red light on the eye. Shattering the plates. So we're back in that restaurant again. And now she's finished destroying all the people. Now it's time to destroy the stuff. And you can even see like all of the subtle changes that are going on frame by frame in this eye. And then those whispery vocals, like it just keeps on building with this vibe, and you just get sucked in. And then like, okay, so maybe the glass eye is like kind of cyborg-esque, and she's turning all these people into robots too. And there's that grid pattern with that door. So just like we saw the grid pattern there's the same door actually. Just like we saw that grid pattern in like that bathroom or whatever, but then also that one shot with all the flickering lights, the different colors that were like right around here where she was in the restaurant, that looks like it might have been coming from like here. Ugh, love that shot. Just framed so well, and then the different levels she's using on the choreo, the slight pan of the camera, the reflection, so nice. But yeah, like that like robot, like cyborg type of theme. It goes really well with the very like metallic-y beats that we have underneath the song. And then the beeping too. Power down. Yeah, okay. Really cool. Really interesting concept. I think she pulled it off really well. Like, it's not a concept we've never seen before, but she totally did it in her own way. And with a lot of really beautiful and well done camera work and shots and composition. So I think it's great. I think it's super cool. Like I said, maybe like it's not something completely out of this world for this genre that she's working on going into, but it's totally different than what we're used to with K-pop. So it's something new and something different for me at least. And I think it's cool. Like I might not be listening to this all the time because I feel like you got to be in the zone to listen to it, but especially with the music video, it's like a whole experience. So I really enjoy it. And yeah, if you have any other recommendations from her work so far, let me know in the comments. And we are planning on getting into a Luna full discography deep dive this coming summer in a couple months. Once we finish a couple of our other deep dives, they are up next on the list. So make sure you're subscribed because you don't want to miss out once we start on that. We will go from the very beginning all the way through each song, each music video, each choreography. So don't miss out on that. Make sure to hit subscribe down below. And then the Patreon's also linked down below. That's where I reacted to the other music videos or performances that I've seen from her that I talked about at the beginning. So you can check that out there. We got daily uploads, behind the scenes, variety, random performances, all that good stuff. Link is in the description. And make sure to smash like, comment down below all your thoughts on this album too. I'm definitely going to give the B-sides a listen after this too. So you can comment down below, and then I'll also have my thoughts too later on once I get to the comments. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.